Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a video about a bunch of the new holiday releases and what I think about them and if I'm going to buy them or not. I know I'm supposed to be on a low buy, but I'm not very good at being on a low buy or a no buy. Let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna try and see if I can edit it like other people do, like where they pop up the picture. I've never done that before, so if the picture pops up, I figured it out. If it like cuts screen and shows you the big picture, I didn't figure it out. But let's just jump right into it because it's going to be pretty long. So all of the pictures that you're gonna see, I either got from Trendmood, Makeup Hunters News on Instagram, or I think I have one from like the Tarte Instagram, like Tarte official Instagram. So let's just jump right into it. So this is the first one. Everybody has been talking about this palette. This is the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette, and it's beautiful. I don't know what else to say. Obviously, I don't need it. Obviously, I have these colors elsewhere in my collection. I have so many eyeshadows, and I buy so many warm palettes that I probably have these colors over and over and over and over again in my collection. But it's so cute. And I want it. I have the Clover palette that looks pretty much identical. And I have the Sweet Peach palette, which also looks like the same packaging at least. But the gingerbread man on the front is just so cute. I know that's not a reason to buy the palette, but I think that I generally would use all of these colors, obviously because I have them over and over and over again in my collection. I just keep buying them because I like to use those colors. But I do think that this palette is really pretty, and from the reviews that I have watched, they said the quality is pretty good, so I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'm going to buy it or if I'm going to put it on my wish list, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. This is the next release we're going to talk about. This is the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsession palettes. They look just like the original Obsession palettes that came out, except these are all like monochrome palettes. So there's 5 of them. There's the Topaz Obsessions, the Ruby Obsessions, the Amethyst Obsessions, the Sapphire Obsessions, and the Emerald Obsessions. And I think they're beautiful. I have 2 of the other Obsession palettes. I have the Warm Brown Obsessions and the Mauve Obsessions, and the quality is amazing on them. So if that tells you anything, the quality of these is going to be fantastic. I haven't watched that many reviews of these palettes yet because I'm not sure if they're out in stores yet. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but the purple one is calling my name. I don't know what it is about purple. I love purple, and this one is called the Amethyst Obsessions palettes. My birthstone is amethyst. I was born in February, so that means my birthstone is amethyst, and the purple palette looks beautiful. If I get one, I'm probably gonna get the purple one, but the pink one also looks absolutely stunning. I'm not really drawn to blue and green, so the Sapphire Obsessions and the Emerald Obsessions, not really my thing, but the other 3, the Topaz, the Amethyst, and the Ruby, are absolutely beautiful. I know I shouldn't buy any more eyeshadow palettes, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen when the holidays comes around and my boyfriend's like, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know what to tell him, because obviously I want these things, but I don't need them. I don't need them. I might go through my stash and like try to find dupes. I don't know how well that's gonna work out, but I could try. I don't know, I'm just a mess. I'm like drowning in schoolwork and I'm just like looking through pictures on Instagram and I'm like, I want that, I want that. So I thought I'd make a video and just tell you guys what I've been like looking at and having my eye on. So this next release is the new release of 3 of the Sephora Pro palettes. They already have 3 of them and now they're releasing 3 more. It is the Nudes palette, the Smoky Jewels palette, and the Editorial 2 palette. Honestly, the Jewels palette and the Editorial 2 palette, The Editorial 2 looks really similar to the Born to Run palette, which I do have, so I feel like I don't need that one. And the Jewels palette has a lot of blues and greens, and I just told you I'm not really into blues and greens. Like, I have some, but I have like enough for me to say I don't need any more blues and greens. But the Nudes palette, it looks pretty much exactly like the Gingerbread Spice palette, and yet I'm sitting here like, I need that. It's probably gonna be, let's see, it's $65. And I have the Warm palette, and it's great. The formula is amazing, but I heard the formula of the Cool palette, the one that's already out, the Cool palette, is not good. So I might need to watch some reviews of this nude palette before I actually like buy it. But even though it's $65, I'm sitting here like, I need it. It's beautiful, but it looks exactly like the Gingerbread palette. Can you tell I have a type? Okay, moving on. So this is the new ColourPop fall release. It is called the Good Sport eyeshadow palette, and I think that it looks really pretty. Like, from the swatches, it's right up my alley. Like, warm tones, berries, yeah, a couple greens in there, but they're like green gold. So I was thinking about getting this palette, maybe, because it's only $16. If I place a ColourPop order to get this palette, I might get this palette as well. This is the ColourPop Disney collection. If you know anything about me, I love Disney. Disney is great. We try to go to Disney at least once a year. We're thinking about getting Disney annual passes for next year. So Disney is right up my alley. This is the whole picture of the whole collection. The things that I was thinking about buying were the palette and the Ariel lipstick. None of the other lipsticks were really like my type, and I have a lot of lipsticks, so I don't need any more lipsticks, but Ariel is like my princess. I love mermaids. Mermaids are my thing. My name is Brittany Ariel, so I love the Little Mermaid. So that's why I was thinking about getting the Ariel lipstick. I've seen some swatches. It looks beautiful. The palette looks beautiful. Obviously, again, I have these colors over and over and over and over again. But I think the palette's cute. And I like the packaging. and it's ColourPop, so it's not that expensive. So this is the Natasha Denona Cranberry palette, and it is the size of her regular 5-pan palettes, not like her mini ones that are coming out. And I think that it's actually really pretty. I have 2 of her palettes already. I have one of the holiday ones from last year, and I have like eyeshadow palette 10 or something. I don't know, one of her original ones. This one looks beautiful. I love her formula. It's $49, which is expensive for 5 eyeshadows, but the quality is so good that it's justifiable. Like, I like her smaller palettes because like they just seem more affordable. Like $200 and whatever for the blue, brown, or purple, green, or whatever they're, I don't know, the really big ones is absolutely ridiculous. And even like $129 for like the Tropic palette or the Sunset palette or whatever they're called is kind of steep, but $49 for these is kind of like, so if you think about it, $49 is for 5 eyeshadows. You're basically paying $10 per eyeshadow, which is kind of like buying an Anastasia single. So I don't think that these are that bad. I was also looking at maybe buying the mini Lila palette because, again, I'm attracted to purples. I don't know. I might buy that because that's only $25. I know it's a lot smaller, but I think that they're cute. Like, when am I ever going to use up a whole eyeshadow? Like, yeah, I could do pan that palette, but with as many eyeshadows that I have, like, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe buying the mini Lila. I don't know, there's a lot of things on my wish list at the moment. So let's move on to a couple things that I am not going to buy. This is the Anastasia Sultry palette. It's boring. When I first saw this like leaked, I was like, the packaging is pretty, but the shadows inside, there's one shadow that matches the packaging. I don't know. I love Anastasia shadows. I have the Modern Renaissance, I have the Subculture, but I didn't buy the Soft Glam because there was shade repeats. I didn't buy the Norvina because, I don't know, I was thinking about it, and then the more I looked at it, it's not very purple. I did buy the Prism palette last holiday because it just didn't appeal to me. Is there another one? I don't know. But I'm not gonna buy this. It's too boring for me. This is the Kat Von D Holiday palette. This is the Fetish palette. The shades just look really muddy. I don't know, maybe it's this picture, but there's a lot of dark, muddy shades. And it's just not inspiring to me. I have the Saint and Sinner palette, and I love that. I love the packaging, I love how it opens. Like, there's every color of the rainbow inside. Like, even though the shades are like all mixed up, it didn't bother me. Like, I love that palette. This palette looks, again, boring. Like, there's like a random green shadow, a random red shadow, a random navy blue, and then like a whole bunch of browns. I don't get it. So I'm not buying that. And along with the eyeshadow palette is this. This is the blush palette, the Fetish blush palette. I don't need this. I have so many blushes. I don't need this. And I don't understand why the highlighters look bigger than the blushes. Is that just me, or maybe it's just this picture, but the highlighter pans look bigger than the blush pans. That doesn't make any sense to me. They should all be the same size. I do like how there's like a highlighter and a blush and they're kind of like the same color. But the colors on the outside, at least the highlighters look pretty similar. They probably might not look like that on the face, but in the pan, the right and the left shades look pretty similar. And the one that's like calling my name is the middle one. And I have colors like that already. So I don't need this. Not buying that. This is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry Palette. I don't know if this is already out or when it's coming out, but there's like a lot of, I don't want to say hype, but a lot of people are talking about this palette and it just looks boring. I don't know. Like, I showed you like a bunch of palettes like in this color family that I was like, oh, I'm drawn to them even though like I have colors like this in my collection. This one I'm not drawn to buy, and I don't know why. I have the Naked Heat, and I like that, and I feel like it's very similar to the Naked Heat. I don't know why they would come out with two extremely similar palettes. It doesn't make any sense to me, so I'm not buying that. This is the Urban Decay Elements palette. This one I'm not sure about. Like, I'm probably not going to buy it because I have these colors over and over again, but I do think that this was a smart idea. I'll say that. Like, looking at this palette, I like it. It looks appealing. It looks kind of like the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix palette. Like, the color wheel type setup, which a lot of people like, but just with different colors. Like, yeah, they could have had more variety of like rainbow colors since they're going like elements. I'm assuming they were trying to do like kind of like a prism, because there's like triangles on the palette, so like when you shine a light through a prism and it like breaks off into a rainbow. But I don't know. I think that it's a nice palette, but I'm probably not going to get it. And the last thing. This. I don't get it. This is supposed to be coming out for holiday. These are frickin' flamingos. And pineapples. That doesn't scream holiday to me. Like, at least Too Faced's holiday releases are like holiday themed. This is like summer. It's like about to snow in some places and they're coming out with flamingos and pineapples. The palette doesn't make any sense to me. Not gonna buy the palette. Either palette. There's another palette. I don't know. One's in Sephora, one's in Ulta. I don't like the Tarte holiday palettes. I used to buy them, but I don't need them. Like, yeah, it's cute. It's shaped like a pineapple, but I don't get it. The brushes just seem not practical. And I think the flamingo ones look stupid. Like, they don't even, like, it looks like they don't have a head. Like, I don't understand why. Like, the pineapple ones make sense. Like, the brush coming out of the pineapple, like the leaves. But the flamingos, it doesn't make any sense because they don't have a head. Like, it's just like the brush. Not gonna buy the brushes. But what I wanted to, like, what I found this picture for was for the blush palette. I always buy the Tarte blush palette for holiday because I love their blushes and the blush palettes are great quality. So I have both of the ones that look like this, like the 10 shades on both sides. I love these, and I was so excited that they were going to come out with another one this year because these are a great value. They're like $44 and you get 10 products. And they did come out with like the notebook one, but I think that one looks stupid too. Like, I don't like that. I wanted like the circle one again. But this, the one in this picture looks exactly like the packaging. This one. This was the Pinup Girl palette. Like, so back when they started making the palettes, like the first year they made the palette, like blush holiday palettes, it was like the skinny, like a skinny cardboard one that everyone liked. The second year they came out with this, and everybody bought it because they all liked the first one. But I missed out on the first one, so I bought this one because I missed out on the first one. And everybody said it was good, so I bought this one. The packaging is so bulky. I don't know how they could, like, everyone who has this palette complains about the bulky packaging. And so then the next year they made the skinny palettes again. And then they started coming out with the circle palettes. Now they're back to the frickin' bulky packaging. Everyone says they don't like the packaging. So why come out with the packaging again? I don't understand companies. It makes no sense. So this packaging looks exactly like this, except they have a smaller mirror on this side and like slots for cards, and you can pop this out. And I'm sure you could pop this out too because it's the same exact design. But still, I'm not gonna buy it because I hate this packaging, and I only keep it because I like what's inside. I'm not gonna buy something new with the same annoying packaging because I don't like this packaging. It just makes no sense to me why they would come out with something that they know people don't like. I mean, somebody probably likes it, but I don't want to store that packaging because it's so thick. And like, when I was looking for this picture, this came from the Tarte official Instagram. When I was looking for this picture, they have videos up of somebody taking out the blush part of it and using the packaging as like a clutch, which I understand, like that's what they're trying to say. Hey, you can use it as a clutch, but then where are you gonna put the blush part? When you're using it as a clutch, where are you gonna store that piece of plastic with the product in it? Because it's not gonna be protected by anything if you pop it out. It just makes no sense. I don't get it. That's all I have for you today. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe down below and hit that little bell so that you can get notifications of when I upload videos. And please leave comments down below of future videos that you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Bye!